Welcome to this channel. In this tutorial, we would be simulating a diode clamping circuit using the KiCad tool. Before going into this tutorial, I request you to like, share and subscribe to my channel below. A clamping circuit reproduces an input waveform without any clipping or distortion. When the input voltage is positive, the diode D1 is forward biased and the capacitor C1 charges with the polarity shown. The peak input voltage appears across the capacitor C1 and the diode D1, so the capacitor charges. You can refer to the design calculations which is shown in this particular tutorial for your reference purpose. Now let us design the circuit in the KiCad tool and we will simulate this particular diode clamping circuit. So click on place symbol and from the global library we have to select the diode. Place the diode on the schematic window. Right click, select properties, edit properties, define the reference as T1 and select the orientation as -90. Now we have to select the diode models. So select 1N4148 and define this as an alternate sequence to 1 and define the value of diode as 1N4148 and click OK. Now place the cursor on the schematic window and from the global library select the resistor. Place this particular resistor on the schematic window. Now right click on the resistor, select edit property, define the reference as R1 and the value of resistor as 1 ohm. Once we place this particular resistor, we have to place the capacitor. So click the cursor on the schematic window and select the capacitor symbol and place this particular capacitor symbol on the schematic window. Now click on edit property, define the reference as C1, define the value as 0.5 microfarad and select the orientation as 90. Next, click on place power board and click the cursor on the schematic window. From the library, select the ground. Now click on wire, connect the capacitor to the diode terminal 1 and connect the resistor to the diode terminal 1. Connect the resistor to the ground and the diode terminal 2 to the ground. Now we have to place an voltage source. So place this particular voltage source which would be the input. Now place the ground on the schematic window and we have to place the global label. So place the global label as V1 which would be our input signal. Now connect the global label to the terminal 1 of voltage source and the terminal 2 to the ground. Now right click on the voltage source, edit this, define the reference as V1 and the value as 0. Click on edit spice model, define the transient analysis, define the initial value as -5, define the pulsed value as 5, delay time 0 seconds, rise time 10 picoseconds, fall time 10 picoseconds, pulse width 1 nano, and place this on the schematic window. Now select the graphic text and define .tran 5 nano and 30 nano and click OK. Now place a global label, that is V1, near the capacitor C1, where we would apply our input signal which we had defined earlier. So connect the capacitor to the global label pin. Now save this, click on Tool, Simulator, run the simulation and click on Add Signal or click on Probe. Place the probe on the input pin and place the probe on the resistor, horizontal wire of resistor R. You can see the clamping output of the diode clamping circuit. Thank you for watching this tutorial. I hope this has helped your learning purpose. I request you to like, share and subscribe my channel below.